Thank you, everyone. I would like to thank most of the participants who are my students and existing LinkedIn connections. And I would like to thank Reshma as well, who is organizer for this webinar. And she's taking part of social media marketing as well. Just to start with this, usually RISE trainings was focusing more of freshers jobs and freshers content. Most of them are aware of these things, but I was always planning exclusive session for upskilling opportunities, because I was a classic example of moving from pharmacovigilance to computerized system validation. Because most of the people who are joining in these companies were sticking into same domain, same role, and I was listening a lot of from my juniors and a lot of from my junior colleagues and junior friends saying that what will be my next career, what would be my upcoming career. They felt that very bad that we have got stuck in this career. Such kind of answers I was hearing from them. Then I thought that, okay, let me organize a separate webinar on this so that you are getting idea on this. Sad part is why I have reinitiated this webinar was, earlier I have written a letter on LinkedIn. Few of them have seen it, few of them was praising it, saying that that letter was good, that letter was an eye-opener for a few of them. Having said that, you would have heard, just like senior pharmacovigilance colleagues like Pritham Sinha and Shamsuddin Afzali, they might be hearing these kind of word like just relearn, unlearn, learn, unlearn, and relearn. That means whatever we have learned. 1 second, guys. Hello. Hello. Anna, pike vachera second floor ki. Hello. Idi na rice trainings. Na ఒక్క సెకండ్ అన్న. మెడికల్ పైన అందులో టీటీడీ కొలీగ్ ఉంటారు. రైట్ సైడ్ లో వచ్చేసేయండి. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Having said that, this upskilling is important as per me, but most of them were rethinking why should we get upskilled like that. But why we have initiated this particular point of time was, still I am hearing that, I don't want to mention that company names because most of them know that 3 to 4 companies across this pharmacovigilance sector and healthcare IT sector started laying off people again. But the concern here is few of them are approaching me for job consultation. That's still okay, we do that. But I want to highlight the importance of upskilling here. Having said that, today we will be talking about the total 4 contents here, 5 contents. One is from employment to unemployment. Normally, being a fresher, we had career of unemployment to employment. I would like to share my story here, which is connecting with the problem statement here. And how should we handle this? Definitely, we can handle this. I'll tell you how to handle that. Here comes the actual topic. What are the several options present for us for upskilling? And we'll tell whether this is possible or not, whether companies are hiring there or not. There are several questions around it. I was asking in WhatsApp group, I was asking in a Zoom chat, everywhere I was asking, but there were no questions posed. But everyone have a lot of questions in mind, which I can sense that. But let me see what's it. Impact is very huge. Technology is a vital part of learning and earning for us. Lot of IT companies started laying. It's a massive layoff. Be it Facebook, be it Google, everyone started laying off these people. It's a massive numbers. We were a very bit scared. Say that 50 people got laid off means we were scared. Okay, how should we survive? How should I run my family? How should I feed my kids? Like that. But if you see on a global scale, this year was one more recession year. Just like Facebook, Google, and IBM, Infosys. The very concerning and very worrying part for me was Wipro layoff. They have laid around 750 people. They said that you are not competitive enough. You are not able to clear the interviews also. Written tests are competency tests. That means it's not just in experience level. Layoff can be at any level. Just be informed. Layoff can be at fresher level. Layoff can be at experience level. Layoff can be at CEO level. Because once you are growing in a company, if you are working for a company for these 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, if they want to lay off people, who is the first person going to be touched there? The person with highest package. You are aware of it. Just to add point here, this recession or removal of people touched pharmacovigilance sector also. Everyone are aware, but I'm highlighting it. How a layoff is going to impact us? You know, our family is going to be affected, our financial commitments and mental stress levels also we are going to see it. And last but not least, our survival is going to get affected here. Definitely, I would like to share my story here, which happened in one of my backdated companies, which I worked in 2017. It was a forceful or a sudden exit, where I was writing a blog on pharmacovigilance, which did not go with my ex-company manager. She told that it's a conflict of interest. You are not supposed to write blogs like this. 1 second, guys. I have to mute you. No other choice. Please stay on mute. That was a forcible exit. I came out and honestly speaking, I was crying and I was coming back to hometown. Okay. I was crying and I was coming back to my hometown. I felt that did I do anything wrong or did I do any bad? Because I was trying to help our pharmacovigilance community through writing a blog on pharmacovigilance sector. As you know, in when you join a corporate job, you face two things. One is non-disclosure agreement and conflict of interest. That means you should not reveal company things outside, and you should not do something against within the company's policies. Whatever it is, I also had that sudden exit. I have seen you call me elder brother or little senior to you in this industry. This happened to my life in 2017. This is 23, 6 years back itself. I have seen these kind of situations. Suddenly I came out, but luckily because of my learning skill or learning zeal, I was switched to my learning skill from pharmacovigilance to testing, business analyst role or functional analyst role, and more of testing and CSV kind of roles I was doing. Luckily, I was able to set back to job within less than 3 months. Less than 3 months. That was not easy for me. I had around the commitments of 60,000 rupees at home and struggling to run my family. You believe it or not, I have kept my wife's gold in Muthoot Finance, and we have run family with 2.5 to 3 lakhs of credits. Everyone's life have to pass through this. Everyone have to struggle through this. But I'm telling that the same thing is happened to around 400 to 500 families now. That's where out of pain and anguish I'm conducting this webinar. Having said that, what if same layoff is happened to me? It's not guaranteed that it will not happen to anyone. It might hit anyone. No one is layoff proof here. Upskilling is now possible. It should be, your career should be unique, and your career should be futuristic approach, and it should be career centric. Just to ask you, most of the times we do bike insurance, we do car insurance, and what else we do? We do even what is that? Health insurance. First time we do health insurance, which is done by healthcare, all these IT companies. Having said that, never ever have you think that is my career insured? Is my career layoff proof? That means no one is going to remove me from company. I'll tell you one classic example. One of my friend was working in a Hyderabad CRO. He was almost working in 2 to 3 shifts. Morning 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, he used to go to company. At night at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, he used to reach our home. But everyone was in the impression that this guy will not be removed. He'll not be laid off from the company. But accidentally, even he was also removed from the company one fine day, saying that you can leave out of the company. Having said that, I have faced this scenario. I know you must be knowing this impact, how your mental stress would be. I can sense that, and we have to survive. No other choice here. Having said that, this is my just a painful story. I came from Chennai with tears, and rest is history. I moved to one more company called HCL, and I was able to join HCL later, and I have built RISE trainings. Most of them knew my story, and most of them are following me on LinkedIn. Let me add to 3-4 points here. What is actually the history of pharmacy and pharmacy job searches are being done? Traditional jobs for life sciences and healthcare professionals was more of which kind of jobs? Production, QA, QC, and teaching, maximum research. These are all the jobs which we were seeing before 2000. Maximum, if a corporate job is there, a white collar job or a very official job is there, regulatory affairs is the department. But most of them were into QA, QC, RA, production, and packaging or labeling or maximum marketing. But we can see this wave of healthcare IT careers from past 2000. When I entered into industry, when seniors like Pritham Sinha and Upskilling and most of the seniors who are there in this call, when we entered into industry in 2007, 8, or 9, and 10, there is a wave of CDM job, there is a wave of pharmacovigilance job. It created more than around, especially exclusively, pharmacovigilance could have created more than 50 or 60,000 plus jobs in India, which was very fancy and fanatic at that point of time. Yeah, you are working in a corporate job or you're working in an IT job. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, because most of my friends were in Hyderabad Sakyam room were going to Arabindo or Reddy's, where they are not getting a leisure of enjoying weekends or spending time with families or friends. This was the history which you almost be knowing it. There was a transformation of core pharma production or the healthcare jobs to healthcare IT companies started venturing into this. When I joined this first job in Satyam, that was in 2007, we were a second batch in pharmacovigilance in India. Even PVPI program started in India in 2011. Having said that, slowly this got increased. When I have written the list of pharmacovigilance company in 2011, it was only 60-70 companies. The same list is still circulating in Google. Now, recently, I have written the list again. Nearly 200 plus companies came, because I have a habit of aggregating things, enlightening students, sharing some industry related news or information, be it industry experts or be it friends. We used to share it. Having said that, this was the historical journey of a pharmacy student. Here, I have observed a common problem statement here. This is the one which is causing these layoffs or this misunderstanding with the pharmacovigilance jobs removal. First, let us understand the problem statement here. If you say this, a science graduate or pharmacy graduates, seriously, I think last week, 5 years experienced PV professional called me. I told, why don't you upskill? The sad part is that guy was not able to understand what is upskilling even. That means they are thinking that pharmacovigilance is life and we will end up with pharmacovigilance. To be honest, a pharmacy professional or a science professional in this career, they are just sticking to one domain knowledge, one profile. If you are joining in QA, you are ending up in retiring with QA job itself. If you are joining in PV, they are happy to say that I am 15 years plus an industry expert. It is still good. I am not denying that you are not going to survive there or you are going to be laid off there. It will work for a few of them. It might not be work for a few of them. But if you see a BTech candidate or MCA candidate, they will acquire 4 to 5 skills. That's what industry standard says, and that's what e-learning industry research services, they are acquiring 4 to 5 skills. Just like if they are learning Java, they will learn DevOps. After DevOps, they will learn cloud. After that, Azure. After that, cloud computing. Whatever new skill is coming into the market, they are learning it. How many of you agree with this statement? Yes or no? Can you please post in the chat, ma? Hello? మా బీటెక్ వాళ్ళు ఎంసీఏ వాళ్ళు దే ఆర్ అక్వైరింగ్ మల్టిపుల్ స్కిల్స్. ప్రీతం, have you observed this in IT sector or not?
Hi. Yeah. Sorry. Thank you for providing the opportunity. Yeah. So upskilling is very required, and people do upskill in tech. They do take care of. Now there is a lot of idea of this big data and Java scripts. Lot of things. They do keep on upskilling definitely.
Automation.
Yeah, that's true.
Automation. Artificial
intelligence. Yeah. So they do keep on upskilling at the side, and they definitely BTech or a MTech guy cannot stay there. They start their job and then they try to figure out and do upskilling as such. I do completely agree with you. Thank you.
Thanks, Pritham. That's where I was always feeling a bit low when we compare the mindset or the brain of BTech or a Pharm student. Why are we not competing with BTech student in terms of learning also? It's not about learning. I was always thinking that when I visit Pharm colleges or pharmacy colleges where I give a lot of talks you've been seeing in social media, I always say that if I give a right skill for a Pharm student, he should be able to compete with BTech student. Right skill. If I'm giving a right knowledge for a pharmacy student, she will compete with MBBS candidate in terms of salary, where ICE training students are competing already. They are getting a salary of 3 to 4 years of experience in doctor. Say that a 40-50K of salary, an MBBS candidate gets, the same pharmacy candidate also gets. That's where we are raising the bar at ICE training. That's where we are achieving our goals also. The same thing, if an MPharm girl is given with right skill, she should also be able to compete with MTech student. That's where the problem is lying. That's where I was taking industry experts and insights also, whether my perception or my analysis is wrong or not. Here comes another insight for you. These are the 2 reasons. Why do they upskill here? I'm giving you the answer. I'm asking you a question and I'm giving you the answer as well. If they don't upskill, will they hire them? What will happen? Firing will happen. Will hiring will happen? Upsali sir? No, right? Obviously, you are going to get fired. They will say that we are getting some automation software. We don't need this 30 people who are doing case processing here, right? We are supposed to be in a safer position. You should be in QC or SME or in Argus automation or Argus updation or implementation.
Yeah, best example I would say, like for example, if someone has started their career in ICSR and they have to be switched into next level, that can be like the entry to the aggregate report, then signal detection, then RMP.
Exactly.
So
RMP, PSMF.
Exactly. So that is called something like existing skills can be upskilled or new skills can be added to the value for skills.
Exactly. Either you are going in the deep into the same department or learning in a new department. That also works. And what happens is, if they don't upskill, package would be less. How many of you agree with this statement? You can raise your hands or you can say yes. Agreed or not? The same thing should be applied for us also. Thanks, Srilekha. The same thing should be applied. Srilekha is one of my students past 5 years. She is observing me what Kiran sir is doing. I'm glad that our students are back for upskilling thoughts at least. Please understand, upskilling is required. Say that if you are working in a software professional or these kind of career for next 20-30 years, it's mandatory that 3 to 4 careers is required. If you see my career, it's full of learning. First, I have taken a clinical research course. I got into drug safety job. After drug safety, I have learned blogging, digital marketing. After that, I have learned domaining. After that, I have learned computerized system validation. That means I have learned 2 core skills. That means pharma background skills too. 3 outside skills. One is digital marketing, blogging, social media marketing, as you know. So the edtech one. During Corona, we were getting lot of employment, lot of skills, lot of updates. You believe it or not, 900 jobs were created during vaccine vigilance. How many of them got jobs? 900. That was a good thing. Lot of them got jobs. What happened there was Corona came. Along with Corona, vaccines came. Along with vaccines, AEFIs came. It's our responsibility to report them. First thing. If we are supposed to report them, they have hired companies like Indigen, IQVIA, Bioclinica, Pfizer, everyone hired people. Sad part is after 1 year, the people who were hired excessively due to vaccine vigilance, they started being fired also. That's where even Pharmacovigilance got a bad name that Pharmacovigilance is not a good job. They are firing people. To be honest, who have lost the jobs? Is it pharmacovigilance professionals or vaccine pharmacovigilance professionals? Only vaccine vigilance people got lost their jobs, right? Yes or no, ma? Most of the vaccine projects moved out. There were no cases. Then what happened? They have moved out of the companies. That's where we were hearing this massive layoffs. 100 people got lost jobs, 350 people lost jobs. This was the scenario happened. We will talk, Swapnil. We will definitely talk. This way, this misunderstanding came, and everyone was thinking that the pharmacovigilance is not a good profile to choose. To be honest, to be very straightforward, just like as an industry expert, you can call me as a career growth coach. I was being observing this industry with microscope, just like a trainer or a coach perspective. Nothing is going to happen to pharmacovigilance. When we started career, it was only drug safety. After this 15 years, it have grown 4 to 5 folds now. Vaccine vigilance, hemovigilance, even eco-pharmacovigilance, and animal pharmacovigilance. Even pharmacovigilance is now expanded to what it is? Dabur, Himalaya, and everything. That means it is and material vigilance. Even we have a separate course called material vigilance, which we are supposed to. We have launched it.
Hi, Kiran. Just to add to your own portfolio of vigilance activities.
Yeah, sure.
There are pharmacovigilance, which is totally related to drugs,
exactly.
Drugs and medication. Material vigilance is medical devices.
Exactly.
Food vigilance is food related aspects.
Exactly.
Cosmetovigilance is cosmetics. Eco-vigilance is a vigilance wherein it is basically waste materials and all after pharmacovigilance. There is hematovigilance. So these are the type of vigilance which are still in market and people are working on. Thank you.
Yes. Ethnopharmacovigilance also.
Yeah.
Even I have seen a lot of vigilances being evolving. Just I'm slowly asking you the questions and making session interactive. Thank you for adding the points here. Just the concern here is we are traveling the same road daily and expecting a different destination. That's just like you have catched a local train in Koperkarne and that will go to Airoli. That was its destination. But you are expecting a different destination. Why I'm not going to Alibag beach or something? Because someone who is in Bombay will connect fast, absolutely. Because you are traveling the same path, you are doing same ICSR case processing, but ending up with saying that I'll go into aggregate reporting. How will you go? Without changing your thought, without changing your destination, without changing your learning perspective. Unless until if you go to your manager and request you saying that, sir, I want aggregate reporting, I want learning signal detection, I'll switch to SAS. No one is going to give you. But recently I have seen in IQVIA, a few of my friends and juniors got a very good upskilling opportunity from switching from IQVIA case processing to aggregate. Someone got functional consultants, someone got technical consultants. That's always encouraging. If a company inside you saying that, yeah, you can do this, that upskilling opportunity, companies have to give. The sad part is most of the time it doesn't happen. If it is happening, we are really lucky. We have to appreciate those companies and our managers. Do you agree with this point or not? We are traveling on the same path daily. What are we expecting? Different destination. Definitely it doesn't going to happen. And we are expecting a stable career. If you are getting a job in if we are Bioclinic or Accenture, they feel like that, yeah, I got into PV, it's going to be stable, like a government sector. Who said that it was going to be a government sector job? Anyone can be laid off. No private sector job is layoff proof or sacking proof. Is it true or not? Juniors, colleagues, LinkedIn connections. How is the session, guys? Is it engaging or boring? Are we getting into point now?
Yes, yes, Kiran,
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead. Shall I proceed then? Say that, yeah, I have written this scenario. I have seen this situation. How to handle this here? My friend have lost a job. Even we are getting less cases now. I might lose my job. Sir, what shall I do? How shall I handle this scenario? Very first scenario is first talk to your mentors here. First talk to your mentors or talk to your seniors in the industry. Focus on your learning and on your weekends. Learning should be taken care. Everyone says that I'm very busy or I can't learn. You believe it or not, while I was working HCL, I was managing 3 companies. I was working in HCL, I was working for Rise Trainings, I was working for Recruit Invest and Rise Digital also. Everyone was asking, Kiran, how was your managing these many companies or how were you working? It's all about our heart and our passion, right? What do you want to work and how should we take care of? What should we take care of this? Yes, definitely we'll check this, Preetham. This is how it is. I have learned all these things, but a slide shows this. You might ask, sir, you have worked for 30 long years. How did you learn these many skills? Not too many, just 4 or 5 I have learned. That out of my interest here, interest and passion. Why did I learn digital marketing? If I don't learn digital marketing, I have to hire someone from outside. If I don't learn social media marketing, I have to hire someone from outside. Because being establishing a startup is a very painful thing. For my institute, I do everything. We have in-house team called Reshma and some interns who is helping me. But at the same time, being an entrepreneur, it's always good to learn multiple skills, master it, and later outsource it to juniors and your team. But how should you handle this? Learning skills. When should you learn? Over weekends, you have to supposed to take mentorship who are there in this industry. Definitely, you need a coach here. If suppose Tendulkar have entered into this career and he have lifted World Cup, he had a coach there. If Virat Kohli had entered, he had a coach. Example, even Neeraj Chopra, who had got gold medal for us in javelin throw, even he had coach. He had started it at the age of 13. He have achieved it at the age of 23 and he have made around 130 billion smile. I think everyone have changed their DPs and status on that particular day. But sports required coach, films required coaches, even gym required coaches. Why not careers? Yeah, definitely one should have very good coaches who can mentor you to handle these scenarios and take your career to next level. Definitely that should help you. This second part is most important. That will come, that will everyone will take if you get the train. This is the most important thing which I would like to advise for everyone, because I did not have a very good this planning here, financial planning. If you're having that, still good, but we never know when market opens, when you'll get jobs. How are you going to survive? At least have a minimum balance of 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs additional money here. To be honest, I'm very poor at money finances and management of fiscal things. because everyone would have committed with bike, car, school fees, and home loan, personal loan, everything we would have committed. What would a person with 30 lakhs or 50 lakhs package would do? Say that, okay, I'm manager in this company, I'm getting very good package here. Let me take 30 lakhs of loan and buy a flat in Bombay or Bangalore. Everyone does that mistake. I always feel that when a non-local people goes to metro cities, two things happen. A bachelor will take care of this particular PG and he'll make that PG is PG owner living. If suppose a 50 people paying 5,000 rupees per month, that owner is going to get 2.5 lakh. He is going to survive there. If suppose a marriage person goes there, who is going to survive there? Non-local person, I'm telling you. Who is going to survive there? Obviously, that house owner. That's where 50 to 60% of our earnings are going for this financial management, and we are struggling to survive in this metro cities. What if suddenly we are losing job? We have these commitments. No one is bothered. So you are a top case processor, so you are a best SME, so you are very good potential QCR in your floor. You are able to do 40, 50 QC cases. No one is bothered. They'll simply say that boss, cases are now coming. Project is moved. You can leave the floor. And here comes the upskilling. Lot of people will think that if I change company, I'll get the package. Yes, hardly you will get 20%, 30% package. It's not about changing company. It's about your changing mindset. Don't try the same job here. In 2008, 9, 10, till 15, vigilance was good. It was very bit crazy and fancy. Now, if you arrange a walk-in, lot of people, even 7 years, 8 years, people are walking in for case processing. That means it is getting diluted. You should not change the company. What you should change here is job profile. This is a mindset thing. First thing is you need to approach mentor. You need to approach coach who is senior to you. It's not about approaching only Kiran sir. It's any institute in India who can help you in this aspect. But the sad part is most of the institutes in India are providing courses to freshers. But why Rise Trainings is making difference by highlighting the importance of upskilling is because I have done it. And at Rise Trainings for upskilling, we got around 60 admissions. And we have moved people from Pharmacovigilance to medical writing, Pharmacovigilance to aggregate reporting, Pharmacovigilance to Argus administration, Pharmacovigilance to CSV. Even 3 of my students who got trained in Pharmacovigilance got jobs into CSV. I gave material of CSV. They got into there. Here we are setting a standard and example. Upskilling can be done. Upskilling is mandatory and it's required for your survival. I am the example. And at Rise Trainings, we have done it for 25 people. That means around 60 people, 25 of them got into these careers now. Classic example is recently one of the person was working in CRO. He lost his job in February. His package was around 6.5 lakh. Last November and December, he took our coaching. Now he's working into Argus admin. His package is around 8.5 lakh, and he's working as an Argus administration. What if that person would not have taken that upskilling course from us? Would he be able to survive? Yes, he would have been survived, but into the same old case processing. That's where we have to be very aware what is happening surrounding to me, what might happen to my career. What if I'm losing my current job? Trying jobs through existing job profiles is possible, but you are supposed to learn new skill set. Right? Suppose if I'm there, if I'm learning my new skill means I'm giving a choice to my career. Most of them would have joined pharmacovigilance or medical writing or medical devices job during their starting career because they did not have choice. Because I would have guided them to material vigilance or medical writing or pharmacovigilance. At that point of time, market was very good when we were doing jobs in 2020, 19. Even in last year also, market was very good. We were encouraging everyone to take vigilance. But now that is not the case. Even we started giving alternative course for freshers, asking them to take dual courses so that you are giving choices. Don't we give choice to our car? Suppose we are going on a long drive, Lonavala, we are going in Bombay. Even I'm recollecting my cognizant days. When we are going to Lonavala in a friend's car or a cab or our own car, don't we make sure that we are having extra additional backup tire or safety tire for it? The same format, even our career should have a backup tire. Without having that additional stepney tire, will a car move? Will our career move? Definitely no. We are supposed to have such career. Here, let me take you to Charles Darwin evolution theory. Being a fresher, it was struggle for existence. Yes, we have existed successfully. Even I was existed successfully in 2008. Most of our seniors and veterans from industry, we existed and we are surviving well. That's not a problem. But the problem is during layoffs, who is not going to touch you? I'll tell you my example. In my last company in HCL, I worked for 4.5 years. After 1 year of my working there as a SME or a domain consultant, there were more chances that I was being moved from my existing project. I was hearing rumors in my office saying that, Kiran, you will be moved out of this current project. Then what did I do? Can you tell me? What did I do, man? I have showed my CSV certification. What did I do? I have showed my CSV certification there. Then I have been worked for more than 3.5 years there. And it's not the healthiest or wisest or strongest species going to survive from 2023. It is the species which is going to adapt to the situation. If the trend is edutech, I am doing edutech now. If the trend was pharmacovigilance 2008, way back, I have done pharmacovigilance. If the trend was computerized system validation in 2015, 17, 18, I have done the same thing. I always feel happy what I am doing for my career. Most of the people might be ahead of me. Most of them are knowledgeable and experts than me. But I'm telling my small example. What an average candidate can, what a normal Pharm student can do. I'm always checking the trends. I'm following them. Obviously, you should be adaptable. You should be in a good position to handle these scenarios. Having said that, what's there for upskilling? Now we are getting into the core point. Till now, you have done only warm up, saying that what's there, why I'm doing this skilling webinar, why Kiran sir is highlighting, why is he coming in front of video nowadays. Someone might be asking that. I felt that I should come in front of you and share my knowledge with you. Honestly speaking, directly saying you, life trainings have achieved success in 17 plus job profiles. We have launched around 20 plus courses. We have seen success in 17 plus courses. Out of them, 5 to 8 are for freshers. 7 to 8 of our careers, which we launched, is for exclusively for experience. At Rise Trainings, we don't sell courses unless until students ask us to give them or students ask us to launch. One of our student, Pharmacovigilance ex-colleague, ex-friend, she was asking for medical writing, we have launched it. One girl came from ICRIA, she asked for Argus admin, we launched it. One of them asked for aggregate reporting. It's the same as per students' demand only, we have launched these courses. In future, we will be launching these 2 courses. Business analyst course we will be launching, and I'm speaking to pharmacovigilance automation experts. Already spoken to 3 to 5 industry experts. We are in the process of designing syllabus for this. And material vigilance we have launched and we have got admission also. But luckily, few of our students who got trained on pharmacovigilance from us, they are already working in material vigilance. Few of our students who got trained from on pharmacovigilance also got into CSV. And PV into medical writing, dental into medical writing, we have done 3 to 4 profiles. That is a doable thing. And 4 of our MPharm PhD professors who came to Rise trainings, they also got into medical writing, which we feel is a huge achievement for us. And Argus admin also, 5 of our students got succeeded. Aggregate reporting also, 3 of them got success here. That means there are 7 to 8 careers which you can think of first. Think of first. There is no case processing here. There is no pharmacovigilance here. There is a very good career aspiration here. You have to think beyond. How long you will do case processing here? Case processing is already outdated and you have enough people to do that. Being into industry for more than 3 years or 5 years, the good thing is few of my students already started upskilling who took coaching from us 3 years back, way back. Now they are already completed courses with me. Now they are checking jobs also because they know the importance of it. They have observed my career and uh, we are trying to do upskilling. But few people will have a lot of common doubts that I'm into 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs package. Will they consider my experience and take it? First question. Definitely yes. Second thing, how should I answer these interview questions? We will help you. Third question, how to do job search. Even you can try, we will also try for you. That is through LinkedIn, that is through our interview panel, that is through our interview people, and through our known and own connections. Obviously, it's our career planning. How should we do? How should we progress further? And how should we look after our career for next 5 years? This is me for next 5 years. This is me for next 2 years. If you don't have this career planning, you are not going to succeed. The same career planning I was always having because the dad was a central government employee. He worked for 30 long years. I was thinking that I should work for 15 long years. But during Corona, we had got enough admissions and I have seen there is a gap of good institute, career guidance, because most of the institutes were run by business persons and they are looking at a core business. That means they are getting admissions, they are not giving placements, and they are not looking after us career guidances. That's where most of the regular institutes, they won't have these courses. Even we had a drug safety physician exclusive course in India with us. Because we are from industry with more than 1.5 decade experience. That's where we know the needs of industry. That's where we are providing resources to industry also. Yeah. Technology will never replace great teacher, guys, but in the hands of great teachers, technology is transformational. Be it is artificial intelligence, be it automation, and be it chat GPT. It's not going to replace human here, right? Thank you, guys. This is your Kiran for upskilling options and these things. And you can chat your questions here. Next 10 minutes, we'll have Q&A session. Thank you for wonderful organizing session. And we see a lot of attendance as well, which makes me happy. And go ahead with your questions, Ma. You can directly talk to me or chat here. Hello, Preetham and Afsali Shamshuddin. Add your points also here so that we make a better presentation in next.
Yeah. So Kiran, thank you. I'm Preetham. You have told correctly. Automation, ML, AI, or are technological tools which will help us to do which will help us the efficiency of our work. That will not take up our work at all.
Exactly.
Being in a medical field, medical data is a very complex oriented data. So you cannot put an automated system to get the actual data in the medical field. I will give you an example of various medical fields, various medical data. Medical data can come from anywhere. It can be handwritten. It can be a cheap. It can be a very soft document. It can be a scanned document. But currently, if you say about automation or those kind of things, they are not well equipped to read a document which is a handwritten document, to read a document which is wherein the data, which is very important data, is written outside the specified field wherein the technology will go and read the data and take out the analysis of it. So this all are there, but this will help us to, I might say automation would help. Say, for example, in our day-to-day life, we are involved in a lot of Excels. We are involved in 112 of Excels. So what automation will do, automation will help us to ease out that Excel. Say, for example, with the help of automation, we will have some analysis which might need or take, say, for example, 2 hours in the previous thing, which will take 10 minutes. But that does not mean it will take out the mind out. It is not possible. I have done work wherein previously I have engaged in a project management group wherein I was the sole handling of a project wherein previously we used to need to send data. We used to need to send lots of data to analysis to our client, and that data was very bad. That data was really bad. Analysis was not done. When I started with that data, I used to, for creating into presentation, I used to take the whole day altogether to create a presentation. But with the help of Excel, with my learning, that is also upskilling which I did on myself. I learned Excel. I learned how to put formulas in Excel. I learned how to do analysis in Excel on job. Based on that, that whole activity reduced to 10 minutes, half an hour. Within half an hour, I used to send the PPT and it was done. So this type of on-job thing where you can improve, where you can think, so that you need to understand and you need to incorporate. ChatGPT is a very good tool, I must say, but ChatGPT is a very blunt tool. You cannot go and sit and say, ChatGPT, give me output. It should be properly specific way wherein you have to incorporate the information to get the appropriate result. Otherwise, you'll not get any appropriate result in ChatGPT. So that is what thing you need to upskill gradually to get into the picture.
Yes, that was a valid insight, Preetham. Just to answer few of our students' questions. First let me go question wise. You can share your questions. We'll be there till 7:10 here. First question is they are asking that whether the training would be, what about medical writing professionals? Swapnil, are you there? Yeah, we are hearing that there is some layoffs in the medical writing profession also, but it's always good to get upskilled the other departments here, Swapnil. I heard about that. We don't want to discuss about the particular company name here. Always better to upskill. We will take your question offline. Who are interested in upskilling? To be honest, we don't want to sell our courses here. We are telling that importance of upskilling is needed. You are supposed to upskill your career, and at the same time, you are supposed to make sure that your career is secured here. And one more question you are asking is, what about trends here? Anudeep, definitely nowadays the trend is material vigilance. Hardly material vigilance is 3 to 4 years old in the industry. Along with material vigilance, Argus administration, and other courses like Pharmacovigilance automation might be taking over. That's what we have to closely think and discuss and join the next upcoming career. Aslam, we will take your question also. Aslam, for you, Pharmacovigilance will be for a career. Sanjeev, in Pharmacovigilance, there are 25 plus softwares are there. We can share you the list with us because we have a separate PPT and price trainings on Pharmacovigilance softwares. Definitely we can share it with you. Only thing is you need to personally connect to us and ask us questions here. Any other questions? Nanadeepu, Srilekha, Shamshuddin sir, would you like to add any point here? Was the session engaging or how it is?
It was very good, Kiran. Thank you so much. And I do not have any questions for now. Thank you so much.
Yeah, please. I always request Preetham and Upskilling sir to add few more points because this was our first upskilling session. I want to make it a more better one. Be it opportunities wise, why upskilling is needed, and we can make 10 plus options because I was rushing preparing PPT. I think we can get 10 choices also, but that 10 choices you should pick one or two based on your interest. Just now, Preetham was telling that he have learned that course and he have showed that skill. You also should have that learning interest. Without learning interest, we cannot do it. Okay. Training we can conduct in Hindi, ma. That's not a problem. 1 second, I'd like to more regarding medical scribe is not that good, ma. Why we are telling medical scribe is not that good is two reasons. One is that is a night shift job, and in India it is hardly 2 to 3 years old profile, and we are receiving very bad feedback on medical scribe because it is spoiling health also. But you can switch later. Later switching from scribe to vigilance is doable, but okay, if you are not having any other job, for the time being, you can do scribe. Yeah, go ahead, ma.
Yeah, Kiran. Yeah, so
go ahead.
People are telling about a lot of information of medical writing,
Yes.
and the thing is that pharmacovigilance is a word wherein you need to understand. It's a word only. It's not a word. It's an ocean of opportunities. You need to understand where you can fit yourself in. Similarly, medical writing is also a ocean.
Yes.
You have multiple laterals to medical writing. Whatever you're writing, whose essence is medical, related to anything medical, that is known as medical writing. So don't confuse yourself. What is a medical writing? Medical writing has various laterals to it. It's not only you only write CR writing, or you only write aggregate writing. That is also a medical writing, and there are other medical writings too. You need to understand where you can write. There are current in the current system. There is a new thing is coming up, which is medical podcast, wherein people are coming up and saying about on the basis of their studies and all. So just open your ears, open your understanding, and understand what is going in the market. There in medical podcast, you have a panel of people, medical, non-medical people, wherein people come and set up that podcast. That is one thing. Scribe, yes, scribe is actually scribe is not important in terms of it is a night shift job. A scribe is basically if you have anything come into the picture wherein you have seen a medical document, right? Whenever you go to a hospital, they give you a document wherein your name is written, your history is written, your complete therapy process is written. Although in India it is written in hand, in US it is everything is online. So that is known as scribe, wherein you will sit in the US time with a US doctor. Your presence will not be there. However, you are there and you are writing the documentation part of that consultation. That is a medical scribe. Nothing is bad. If you're not getting anything, get into medical scribe. It is also a medical field, but it will be a night job. And if you're okay with night jobs, it's fine. So all the terms which you are using, it's an ocean. Even if it is a medical device vigilance, medical device is a most nowadays everybody is speaking about medical device. Apart from all other thing, you can get into privacy. Privacy is a very important aspect of India, of all around the world. Not about India. India is lagging behind. Privacy is there. Privacy. If you're more content on the money part of it, if you can become a privacy consultant, you will be what to say? You will be very rich. Privacy is a very important aspect which is going in the market. Privacy is there. Medical device is there. Understand where you can. Even if if you are very analytical way, or if you are very good, you can get into HEWAR. HEWAR is a very, and HEWAR, if you can get into minimum, I have seen the designation is associate director. Doesn't it sound good? I am getting into an organization wherein I am associate director of my organization. It sounds good, right? So you need to understand where you can get into. There are 100 of things in the market. You have to get into it, understand it, and get yourself better. And this is a part of upskilling too. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Preetham.
Kiran, actually, I asked one thing like, hope that publication scientific rating has been already covered under
Yes,
your
yes,
topic of
I'm
medical
writing.
rating. If it is already included, then perfectly fine. I think hope
And
you
we are going
mentioned.
to add medical communications course also,
Great.
just like medical content writing.
Yeah,
Nowadays, a lot of companies are hiring medical content writers also, which is
exactly.
completely different from medical communications.
Yeah, because medical rating now is maybe only CSR rating, IB protocol, but
True,
scientific publication rating will include like manuscript, white
true,
paper, PV
true,
paper. So that will
true,
be enhance the writing skills of PV and
true, true,
associates. That's what I mean.
true. Any doubts, guys? We will take 3 more questions here. We will stay here for 2 more minutes because it's almost an hour now. You can,
Hi Kiran, my
yeah,
name
yeah,
is Faizul Ikram. I just
yeah, yeah.
have a question. So I can see that you are in the field of pharmacovigilance for past 10 years. So I just want to know your experience. So how was the case processing when you started your career, and how is it now? And what is going to be happen in the field of case processing after, let's say, after 5 years or so? Because I am seeing a lot of automation. Because when I speak to my seniors, they say that
That's okay. Are you fresher
now
or working now?
no, I'm having experience. Like I have 4 years of experience, and when
Okay.
I speak to a person who's having 8 or 10 years of experience in the same field, they said that when we started, we used to do all these manual entries. We used to write the narrative, but now you're on a comfort zone, like you're having the privilege of automation and all those things. So I feel like what will be the future after I get 8 to 10 years of experience in the same field?
First thing
Like,
first,
do you think whether PE get
first thing
bypassed and
first,
only QC would be there?
no. First thing first, definitely, I'll split it into 3 parts here. I'll tell you this 15 years story. First 5 years, it was really good. First 15 years, we were having less cases and good projects and less pressure on us. For a industry perspective, if we see, there have been more cases and more pressure also was given by companies. Having said that, maybe last 3 to 4 years, as Preetham have told, that automation and this artificial intelligence is coming here. Who is this? Afsala? Faisal. Faisal, that was your question, right? Definitely, the lower parts will be affected. Lower parts means completely case processing might not be affected. Correct me if I'm wrong, Preetham. There would be effect on less number of resources. First point. Second point would be if this automation and artificial intelligence also is coming, completely they are not going to replace the case processors, Faisal. I'll tell you two common things here. You know cars manufacturing, right, Faisal?
Yes, yes,
Cars will be manufactured with robots or something in car manufacturing.
yes.
End of the day, person have to proofread it and send it to market, right?
Yeah, correct. Like
And one
somebody
more
have
thing.
to oversee what is this
Yeah,
done, whether
exactly.
it's
Same
correct or
thing will
wrong.
happen in case processing also. As Preetham added, manually written document, no software will detect, right? In Satyam, in pharmacovigilance, when we were writing, we used to receive a lot of medical records. Medical records, which software will review? If someone is scribbling it, who will check that? If you are getting a normal prescription also, except that particular doctor or pharmacist, no one is going to read it. And second point, if suppose a robot is doing some laser surgery or eye surgery, will it happen with the doctor's supervision or without doctor's supervision?
Yeah, definitely in the presence of doctor.
Same thing will apply here also. Yeah. Just think like just a triangle. I'll tell you in brief to sum up. Pharmacovigilance is having 60,000 plus professionals, Faisal. Say that 30 to 40,000 will be case processors, right? 30,000
Yeah,
30,000
that's
people.
right. Like 70% or 80% of the workforce
Most
would
of them
be
will be
the
occupying
case
case
processing.
processing. If you move little, there will be 5,000 QCRs, 5,000 team leads, or 5,000 people are SMEs. Maybe 2,000 people would be this numbers I'm telling very roughly. Don't get me wrong with the stats. From there, who will be managers? Only few people. If you see these numbers, there are around 200 plus pharmacovigilance companies in India who are being supported by These software companies called Vitrana, Foresight, Equia, Accenture. Hardly how many companies are there? 30 plus companies are there, right, Faisal? This tech-based companies, I'm telling you. Now you tell me, should you be sitting in this down the line? Should you stay in the crowd of 30,000 rupees, 30,000 case processors, or should you move your ladder to QC, SME, or should you go into technical roles like Argus or Argus implementation? Where you should be?
Yeah, I definitely agree with your point, but I just want to know, like,
there
what would be
I'm
the
adding
future?
a point that you should be in a place where demand is more, supply is less, and there should be scarcity also. What it should be there? Demand should be there, supply should be less, and there should be scarcity for your role. If suppose they are hiring Faisal, they should feel Prabhat, we can speak about that personally. You can call me directly. Faisal, did I answer you?
Yes, yes.
Definitely don't stay in case processing till you get a date that Faisal, you move out of company. Don't stay there stagnantly for so longer period unless until your company is asking you to move out. Why should you stay there till they are asking you to move out? You proudly move out with a lot of royalty with the learning upskilling.
Yes, sure. And I just have one more question, if you're okay with it.
Go ahead.
So I just want to know whether we need to learn this computer language if we want to move into automation or something like that. Because whenever I see a opening of PV consultant and any other job related to that, I see there is a requirement of SQL or
each skill is having a different job description skill set, Faisal.
okay.
Definitely you get connected to me on our number. I'll guide you better. It depends upon the kind of course you are choosing. Based on that, your skill set should be improved. We are sharing our number here.
Yeah, I got
that's
it.
A valid question. For 10 to 15 years, we cannot predict. At least we can predict for till next 3 to 5 years. There is no guarantee or warranty for our careers here. You want to take careers means Prabhat, we can talk about it. Prabhat and Anudeep, we can pick up your upskilling definitely. And it depends upon your interest. It's not that Kiran sir is promoting rice trainings or upskilling. It's about your interest also. Just now Faisal have asked, sir, what is going to happen and what it is going to be for the next 5 years. That's a valid question. Trying to add value here. Just understand, layoffs are happening, layoffs will happen. But my question is, are you prepared for the disaster? When Corona came, no one was prepared. Most of the companies were not ready to give work from home. Corona did not give choice for them. They have given work from home. In the same fashion, if layoff is happening, it will not leave anyone. We should not be get hit by these kind of bad scenarios. Okay, we are always there to help you guys. You can text me, you can talk to me. That will be there, yeah. Health issues will be there, family issues will be there, and career, these things will be there, layoffs will be there. But it's up to us how we are handling it, right? How we are handling the situation and how we are going ahead of these situations. Okay.